Hi everyone, my name's DJ Big Derek, and today, I know you've all been waiting for it, it's my full sneaker pickups video. Now, we've got some very non-hyped sneakers, but we've also got one sort of hyped sneaker, but I guess I better show you. So first up is the Nike Vomero 5 SE. There we go. Smells nice. Now this is very much a dad shoe, but the colours and the kind of this caging, it just has a slightly designer-esque feel, I would say, and that's why I like the look of it. Now, I don't know if you've heard of a man called Homer Simpson. Yes, not Homer. He's a YouTuber. Don't know why he picked that name. Anyway, he said this shoe was the comfiest Nike sneaker you could buy. And I thought I had to try it. And I haven't tried that many of the sort of Nike sneakers that are meant to be really sort of comfy. I go for more like Jordans and stuff. But after trying these on, I can't disagree with him. It's very, very comfy. And I personally, and I know I'm big, I find Boost and Ultra Boost, you know, and Yeezys and stuff, almost too squishy. So if you were walking around the whole day, I just think something like this is better. Now I think these were actually released quite a long time ago, so you can't really find the main retailers selling them anymore. But I managed to pick these up, dead stock, on eBay for about half of retail. So these were about £60. So a very good pickup. So next I have an absolutely classic shoe, which, you know, at first I wasn't that bothered by, but then it really got into my head, and it's the New Balance 990, and I think this is version 5. Absolute classic, and the tagline is worn by supermodels in London and dads in Ohio, and now Derek's in the suburbs. Now this classic shoe has a very premium feel about it. I think something else they say when they're selling these is step into first class, and it does feel a bit like that, because these were made in the USA. They weren't made in China or somewhere like. Nothing against that. They make some in the UK as well, so I have to keep an eye on those. But I thought this 990 is just an absolute classic. Eagle-eyed people would have spotted already. I tucked it away. The tag, you know it. This was from StockX, and I put a pretty low bid on, so it was a slight surprise when they said I bought them. Got these for about £50 under retail. Because if you go to the New Balance website, they're 180 and they're excluded from any sort of promotion, even Black Friday. So I feel I've done quite well to get these about £50 under retail. Now what else can I tell you? I think they're absolutely gorgeous, and I think they'd be appropriate for those times you want a slightly smarter sneaker. Maybe when you're on a city break or something. Now I've gone for the hidden lace technique. I call it that, it might have an official name. But basically, I've laced it up, they come unlaced. Bloody lace. And then you tie the lace and then you hide it behind this, the tongue. So it's in there, so it's just gonna look really, really smart. Now, my only worry with these shoes was these white laces, I mean, they're going to get pretty dirty, I think. I might be wrong. You can prove me wrong if you like. But that's, yeah, my only worry with this shoe. Beautiful, and I already think somewhere down the line I may be getting more of these, maybe in a different colour, maybe black for when you want a darker colour or it's raining, because this grey is going to show a bit of dirt, but you just know, maybe when the V6 comes out. And now, sadly, we're on to my last shoe I picked up. Now this is my first ever Jordan 1 mid. Got a few highs, got some lows, but my first mid. I just thought it's a really fun shoe. It's called the Dia de los Muertos Jordan 1, also known as DOD, which it says in the box, Day of the Dead. And what stands out to me, well, I love Halloween and all that, and I've got skulls and stuff, which I very much enjoy. So it's a holiday I really like. And then these colours are just great fun. Got kind of pinky purpley, then orangey yellowy, and then if you can see, there's a few extra quirks. You've got a kind of cracked leather on the yellow parts, on the tick and the back here, and also the stitching has a more of an interesting pattern than normal ones where they're just trying to make it as neat as possible. Another thing they've done is, you see this one says familiar. So the right shoe says para me and the left shoe says familiar, which means for my family, because on Day of the Dead they remember those members of their family who've passed away, their ancestors if you will, and I think that makes for a very interesting shoe. Some people have said these look a bit like the LA to Chicago or La Chi Jordan 1s, which were yellow and purple, and then the purple would rub off or fade over time to reveal the red underneath. So when you combine that red and purple, it's not too far off this colour. So I agree with people's assertions about that. And of course I missed out on that original shoe, so thought I'd have this for far cheaper, mainly because it's a mid. I mean, if this was a high, people would be going a lot more mental about it. So that's why I said it's only semi-hyped. I mean, I didn't manage to get this for retail, which was a shame. And eagle-eyed viewers may have seen, again, I tried to hide it, this little green StockX tag. Look familiar? Should do, because the last shoe had it as well. These, unfortunately, I did actually end up paying over retail, which I hate to do, but I got a fairly good price. Again, a fairly low bid that I didn't actually expect anyone to accept, and got the email that I got them. So I should point out, even if you put a low bid StockX, just bear in mind you still might get them. Don't put a low bid and think, oh, I'll never get it, because that's, well, I did want to get them, but I never expected it. But yeah, very happy with these. These are still dead stock. They're the dead. Didn't come with a special box or anything, which would have been nice actually. You could have had some of these colours, maybe skulls, things like that. Because the photo shoot they did, full of skulls. They're not a skull in sight here. But one thing they did do, they actually bothered to lace them. Now, you'll know if you've ever bought a Jordan 1, it come laced there. I know sometimes you get a choice of laces, but most of the time you're going to go with the main lace. And I've got ones with no spare laces that they still didn't lace up. So, what are they playing at? But these, laced them all the way up to the top. Great fun little shoe. Yeah, so overall, I think I've got a nice little trio over 4. As usual, there are a lot of L's. I mean, dunks all over the place. All sorts. I'll show some of them. But yeah, you got to be happy, because they make me happy, don't they? And anyway, if you enjoyed this, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in another video very, very soon. Bye bye.